Harry's game over as hasn't started. 8/10 Brits not interested in me, myself and Meg book. Prince Harry's announcement about his upcoming memoir has been met with skepticism by the majority of Britons, with a poll showing 8 in 10 are not very interested in reading the tell-all book. The Duke, 36, has promised to be wholly truthful in his upcoming new book, but that does not appear to have captured the imaginations of the British public. Just over a year on from exit, the Duke of Sussex this week announced his latest post-royal project as he sets down deeper roots in the United States. The Queen's grandson said he promised to divulge the accurate and wholly truthful account of his life. Details about the breakup of his parents' marriage, the grief he suffered after the death of his mother and his love life are expected to feature in the book, which will hit shelves in late 2022. While some royal fans initially expressed their excitement about the literary project, a new survey has cast doubt on whether the publication will become a bestseller. A survey found that just 14% of respondents were very interested or fairly interested, while an overwhelming 80% were not very interested or not interested at all. The poll of 5,808 adults in the UK found that nearly 4 in 10 felt Harry's decision to publish a book was very inappropriate, while 15% said it was fairly inappropriate. Asked if they thought it was appropriate for the former working royal to pen his story, 53% said it wasn't. 38% called the move very inappropriate, while 15% said it was fairly inappropriate. The poll was carried out on June 21 and compiled responses from thousands of adults in Britain. On Mondays, Harry, 36, dropped the bomb with a statement explaining his reasons for writing the book. The news of the memoir has sent shockwaves through the palace, with months of tension expected as the royals wait to see what explosive claims Harry will release. The Duke reached a deal with publishing giant Penguin Random House, but the value of the pact is not known. The Times reported that news of Prince Harry's memoirs, reportedly worth $20 million, £15 million, were met with big sighs from other royals. Harry said he was writing his memoir not as the prince I was born but as the man I have become. In a statement, he added, "I've worn many hats over the years, both literally and figuratively, and my hope is that in telling my story, the highs and lows, the mistakes, the lessons learned, I can help show that no matter where we come from, we have more in common than we think." Senior royals were reportedly only told about his plan shortly before the publisher went public. Royal aides are expected to approach Harry behind the scenes to ask him for assurances. Royal author Penny Junor said Harry's relatives would not have welcomed the news of a tell-all book. She said, "The family must be despairing. This is a man who they all love and he seems to be doing his best to embarrass and damage his family. I think it's a bit early to be writing a proper memoir. I imagine it is self-justification and it's exploring himself, and finding himself, but it's going to be, I suspect, at other people's expense." Harry has been collaborating with a ghostwriter, journalist J.R. Moringa, on the book. The title of his memoir has not yet been released. The Duke has reportedly been working on a first draft for a year. The release of his debut book next year will coincide with the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations. And a channel suggested the palace would be afraid of revelations printed in the book and suggested they would not sign off on the memoir. It reported, the royal family is unlikely to be given advance sight of the memoir, although the publisher will be required to show the many extracts that could be considered defamatory. Were the book to be published solely in the US, the royals would have little chance of legal retaliation as their freedom of speech laws are so strong. Experts said that as it was also being published in the UK, the Duke's team would be foolish not to run anything of legal concern past Buckingham Palace, but it is unlikely they will be inclined to edit the tome to suit them.